Hello and welcome to Let's Play Endless Space 2, Series 8, Episode number 42. I'm JC Proton, and we are picking up at turn 109. We are playing a standard faction of the Unfallen on Endless Difficulty in a normal speed game. In this episode, we are going to be invading the Sabel system. We're going to be probably just doing a pillage on that system. It's our first time hitting that one, and then after we attack it, we're gonna move our fleets out, most of the fleets out, because when you pillage, it locks all fleets in place. So then I'll be moving out most of the siege fleet that I have here. A bunch of it's going to come back up here to Heracles, which we pillaged recently in the recent past. So we'll be prepping to invade and capture, take ownership of the Heracles, which is the United Empire's home star system. So we'll take that down in the near future, and we'll also be moving fleets over here to Zuyan in preparation to attack and pillage it next turn. And we'll also be moving some siege over to Baton to start sieging that one down. So we have Fidus. We're up to 4 Vine ships there now. We'll have it entwined in 4 turns. We have more Vine ships en route. We have a total of 15 Vine ships built that are in the process of coming together, assembling into another 15-member Vine fleet, which is capable of entwining a system in 1 turn. We may finish Fidus before we've got all of those Vines over here. If that's the case, that's fine. We'll just move them north and head to Altair. We had 1 Vine ship come out of BC, and rather than fly it down to Baton or whatever, Fidus, I decided to just send it up here to Altair and get started there. So, yeah, we've got one Vine ship up here. Oh yeah, let's get him to start entwining. There we go. Yeah, 15 turns to go. So yeah, I did that movement off camera just to kind of get that some of the basic stuff out of the way. I already looked at, these are the populations that grew, and I shuffled them around already for the most part to get that stuff handled prior to recording as well. And I also updated the build queues in planetary star systems. So these are the things that we built, and I've updated the build queues as needed so that I wouldn't use recording time to do that. So the next thing we're going to do, we had mostly some ships, a little bit of terraforming, and some of the newer systems are still doing some of the more basic structures. I wanted to run through these messages. Okay, so we're going to be doing those invasions. We are entwining the Horatio systems. They seem to be tolerating it. Okay, we entwined Kamos. Looks like we entwined Duyel and Tylus here. And he seems to be okay with it. There's an incoming fleet. 16,000 attack power, 200,000 hit points, 8,500 defense, balanced offense and defense. Yeah, it's for real, man. That's a decent fleet, and it's comprised of, 4 small ships and 9 medium ships. So, he's not goofing around. That's a legit fleet. Individual ships, we're looking at attack powers of 2,500, 1,300, like 400, 2,500. Yeah, so he's got a variety of different kinds of ships going on in there. Some are heavy on energy, some are totally kinetic. So he's got it all mixed up. Rather than throwing a mix on each ship the way I tend to do, he's probably stacking and having ships focus on energy or kinetic, and then you can put the there's modules you can use to amplify the kinetic or energy. So he's probably stacking those one way or the other, which is a really good way of doing it. Kind of gets you a little bit more bang for the buck kind of thing. So that's an option. So we're going to go ahead and entwine here. So you see this is 15 vine ships. And when we entwine, we'll get it in one turn. All right, so we got that one going there. And over here at Duyel, we're going to go ahead and fly that fleet over to Sathras. And start entwining there. Remaining one turn to complete the entwining there. Okay, so we're just going to keep doing that. Got a couple of fleets, and we're just going to entwine all of this. And the fleet that we have assembling down at Fidus is going to move to Altair, and we'll end up doing these as well. So from basically 3 different directions, we're just going to entwine all of this area here, which I'm going to call area C. So this area here, I call area A. And so all of those systems start with A. And then over here, I'm calling this area B. So all of these are going to start with B. And then I'm going to call this over here, that's going to be area C. So if and when I take control of those systems, you see I am calling them C. So that's my method to my madness there. It's like, why do you use all these letters and numbers and stuff? It's like, well, that's why, because when you control large numbers of systems, it's nice to just at a glance know roughly where a system is when you're looking at it on a list, you know. I'm thinking this will probably be D. This will probably be E, something like that. F will be this area here. G is going to be something down here maybe. H, I guess. We'll kind of cross the bridge when we come to it. Excuse me. So anyway, that's what we got going on. That's the plan, the long-term plan. Over here in the Cravers space, we've got our ships are continuing to basically harass and try to hunt down civilian shipping, grab some extra resources. We got one big bad fleet here. Oh, it's not big. Oh yeah, it is big and bad. Movement speed is 5. I think. Let's see, how far is this from that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a bit. 5 1/3. It's more than 5, which means I'm out of reach. So I can sit here and not be afraid. Likewise, like if he comes this way, I'll see him coming, right? Or likewise over here at Sirma, I should probably put a fleet there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a bit, maybe 6 between Gemini and Sirma. So I should be able to put a fleet here as well. You can see it's a nice little nexus of traffic. So, and this one already cleared out. He already moved through. So we don't have to worry about him for now. So let's go ahead and attack here. Got a whole bunch of dust, 2,700 dust. Let's see, I would say closed borders. Wait a minute. I'm confused. We're at war. If we're at war, we can cross closed borders. Oh, that's not us. That's a Horatio ship. Oops. Yeah. Sometimes I forget my place. All right, let's move him down to Sirma. Do a little hunting. Cool, yeah, we can get that ship there. guard. So we'll start getting these resources, whatever these are coming up here. We're not going to get the Segonus one, but all right, that's okay. Lockdown. Anything here we can get? Nope. That is not something I'm attacking. This is the Fist, so that's one of those rebel leaders from the academy. I'm not going to take that fleet out because that's helping somebody else on their quest to get the Bastion. The less of that, the better. I think this one can move here. Yeah, we're just going to kind of try to get maneuvered into positions where we can just kind of guard and grab up some resources. Okay, that works there, and then let's send somebody over to Wee. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good layout. So there's kind of there's a choke point here, and we've got a ship guarding there. We've got kind of a choke point thing here, and we've got ships guarding there. So those are locked down. And then up here, outside the choke point, we've got a couple of systems guarded. It'd be nice to have one more, maybe to put over at Jovanus. I think that would be a good spot to have one. So maybe I'll eventually move something from down here up there, or maybe something across from here over to there, maybe. Maybe I can do that from Ugaro, right? Maybe we can do the Lost Horatio. Oh, look, we have a colonization race going on over here between the Horatio and the Cravers. Nice. Well, that means the Cravers are going to be sending food ships there, right? Which means maybe, just maybe, we can intercept some food ships. And inadvertently also be helping out our friends. Horatio. Help him get this system instead of the Cravers. That would be fun. What, he can attack something? Ooh, there's something there to attack. Cool, let's do it. $300, okay. And that other one was $300. Good deal. Okay, leaders. Okay, yeah. So we did go ahead and pull the two fleets that we had. One in Duce and one in, I think it was Omdor, something like that. We went ahead and pulled these fleets back out. Not really much of a point for them to be over there. I'll go ahead and bring them back this direction. Maybe United Empire will pop out a fleet here or there, you know, to try to delay the inevitable. Let's see here. How long will it take to get here? 2 turns, 2 turns. go here to start with. There he goes. Moving speed of 19. See how far he gets. Okay, he gets all the way to here. Okay, and then the other fleet, I guess we'll move down here to the southern area. Maybe down around here. Wow, he's going to get there in one turn? Dudes, is that not bananas? Look at him go. He's just going straight. Just straight up, off lane. It's like, yeah, I don't need all you star lanes and all that. I'm just going to go warp. Excuse me. Just warping all the way over there. Like a boss. Right? Wow. Okay. So that's basically most of the fleet movement that we had going on. Run through our messages and stuff here. These guys are not attacking here. Okay, and that's all that I had that had not moved. Okay, Tylus. Yeah. Okay, I already went through these. Already went through these. Population loss. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a bad graphic. The new version, game version is it's clearly still a little under development, a little bit scrambled up. Got some bugs there.
Though we doubt the purity of your motives, the Protectorate has a proposal for you.
Okay, no alliances. Thanks, but no thanks. If I ally with them, I will immediately go to war with whoever they're at war with, which would be all my friends that I'm currently at peace with. So, no thanks. Okay, what's left here? Cooperative quest started, an ounce of prevention. Reward is pretty nice, 75 antimatter. Raise the total amount of science produced per turn in the galaxy to 302.8 thousand. Okay. So, yeah. We want to be in the first place of the people producing research. So, right now, our research is at 70,000, almost 71,000. This is what we have, research in progress. Over the next few turns. So I'm not ruling out, if it turns out that the Horatio are cool with me doing all this entwining of their systems, I might, instead of producing massive amounts of military ships, instead of doing that, I might move, you can see I have a lot. Oh yeah, I have a whole trickery thing I want to talk about. I might move the urgent AI research up and start doing research. So that would increase my science production by half of whatever this industry number is. So it would increase my science production out of this system by 1,400, right? So, excuse me. So that'd be a big increase. Let me talk about the trickery. See these resource totals here. They're a lot smaller than they were in previous turns, if you look at previous videos. Excuse me. I'm doing a little bit of sneakiness here. You can see Horatio has diplomatic pressure on me and continues to pressure trends at minus 4.6.
Greetings. Hearing from you is pleasing. Like unexpectedly seeing our reflection.
You see the pressure is going quickly in the negative direction, which means they can already make this demand on me, but I think they're going for the maximum. So when this is full, they'll be able to demand something from me. And so I was concerned that they might demand like all of my antimatter or all of my adamantium or, who knows, all of my dust, right? So what I did was I went ahead and spent all my dust up, leveling all these that were at 4 fleets to 5 fleets, right? Also sold some resources as well to help fund that. I wanted to get all of them to 5 actually, and so I did a little bit of selling here of some of these resources to facilitate that. Ooh, look at the price drop on Quadrinix. Wow, somebody's tanking the price by selling a bunch. Nice. Makes me a little bit interested in doing some purchasing, maybe. Okay. So what I've done to try to hide my resources, check this out. It's a little bit dirty. Excuse me. I've created a couple new ship designs called Hide Antimatter and Hide Quadrinix. So Hide Quadrinix looks like this. I have no intention of building this ship ever, right? It's just to hide resources. And the Hide Antimatter, pretty crazy, right? So yeah, that's the thing I have going. And what I did was I queued them up. I went to my home system at Koyasil, and way down here in the queue, behind the infinite build of Urgent AI Research, I went ahead and put in the Ministry of Truth, which soaked up, 80 Orichalcics and 80 Quadrinix. And then I built, you can see how many ships I've got going on here. Hide Antimatters, right? And Hide Quadrinix. And then I built some lights. I stacked them in queue, didn't actually build them. I've got some fires back there. And I've got some siege ships queued up to also hide some titanium and Hyperium. So if and when Horatio decides to make a demand, and he demands all of, whatever, he's not going to get nearly as much as he would like to get. So let's say I could build another. Let's see, I could build a Hide Quadrinix. I can't build. See, I can do a light. And then a couple of siege. Okay, so once again, I've reduced the amount of exposure I have to him making demands on me. If he demands my antimatter, I'm not as worried about it because I have production of 32 per turn at this point, right? Versus adamantium, it's only plus 7.5, right? So that's... Excuse me, sorry about that. Definitely a little under the weather today. Well, more than a little under the weather, but anyway. So that's some trickery and sneakeriness that I have going on right now. And I'm only doing that temporarily until until he makes his demand, and then once he is done with that, I'll likely kind of unqueue those and have those resources available, and I'll go back to making some more microwave pipes or whatever. I think I have microwave pipes just about everywhere that I want them though right now. Let's see, Governor Baramaxa has leveled. Okay, I could boost his food production 7%, or I could increase his influence. He's at BH31. I don't think making more food is actually going to be productive right now. See, he's already making 629 food. If you hover over it, you can see we're at the current stock of food of 1450 out of 300. You get a population every 300 food. So I have like 5 population of food almost just queued up, stacked up in inventory and grain silos or whatever. So, and the game only lets you build or lose 1 population per turn on a system. So, you know, I should be able to just instantly have 4 more population here, but the game does not allow that to happen. So, anyway, I think more food is not the answer. I guess we'll just go with more influence. So we'll do that and unlock the next level. Oh, look at that. That's a fun one. That is a fun one. That's going to be a good one. This is a good one. So, yeah, lots of good stuff happening. Dominic. Sure, more industry. Ooh, that's going to be a good one next time he dings. Next time he levels up. Yeah, I did get that. I did complete the art for amoeba's sake. So a little bit more food for all of our amoeba populations. It'll be fun. Just for fun, let's grab screenshots here of these silly ships. Right? The things we do sometimes. Okay. So let's do, probably should have led off with doing the invasion instead of waiting. Sorry about that. Normally I'm pretty good about kicking it off with the attack. Alright, so let's do the attack, and then we'll advance the turn after we wrap this up here. So we'll do guerrilla style. Okay, it's thinking a long time. Okie dokie. Let's see here. I think come to think of it, there was a thing to explore over here, wasn't there? At this home system, I remember that now. Ground battle remains. What do we get? 60 dust. He has 1 movement left. I should have flown him over to Sabel, and then he could have explored it. Well, that's okay. Okay, so at Sabel, we're going to do a pillage, probably. Let's see how this is. 3,300 dust, 8.6 titanium, 0.2 hyperium, 0.3 antimatter, 2.5 antimatter, 2.5 antimatter, 0.3 adamantium. The system will lose up to 4 population and 3 buildings. And I get a -10 disapproval for 5 turns. And it will stop all movement of these ships when I do the pillage. Currently, I have an approval bonus of 590 from having discovered guardians all around the galaxy. So that overwhelms my -180 from overcolonization, because I'm 18 systems above the 15 max. So I have plenty of headroom here. I can go another like 20 systems or something before I start getting close to being in trouble with approval. Okay, so this one is, let's see, 1182. Doing math here. 1182. I'm already taking down 70 per turn, so I need to do another 1112. Each of my siege ships does 23 siege, so I need 48 more siege ships over at Heracles. Okay, so there's 30 of them there. And then I need another 18. Well, that's 14. So we should be close. Okay, these all have, are they all at 8 movement? I don't know if those are going to reach. I don't think so. Nope. Okay, so we're going to be a little short. Bring a little more military in. That'll help a bit. Not a lot, but it'll help a little bit. So 1082 goes up to 1108. That takes us down to only about 60 something excuse me, remaining. Close enough. That'll be enough. We'll be all right. So we'll be able to take Heracles. We will invade next turn. I think we're going to do next turn like right now. And then let's see, the siege ships. Okay, those are going to go down to here to Zuyan. So Zuyan's siege goes from 790 up to 1388. Let's see, we'll leave the thorns there. Okay, so we're over sieging at Zuyan, so the extra is going to go down to Baton. Sorry to be boring you guys with math. 1388, and there's only 686 left. Divide by 23 means I can move 30 or let's say 31 siege ships can go from Zuyan to Baton. So there are 26 right there, and probably do 5 more. So Baton goes from 28 to 626, and then 5 more. Let's see here, what can reach? There's 2. That's 3, 4, 5. Can the 9s? The 9s and the 10s. 9s can reach, right? That's 2. The 10 can reach. That's 2. Alright, and we're at 698. The 5? I don't know if the 5 is going to reach. Nope. A little bit short. Okay, so we're going to have a little bit of an over siege here, and, you know, that's okay. Not the end of the world. Cool. You know what we'll do? We'll take this first transient embers. We'll just fold that right into fleet number 2. That way they'll get the experience per turn from the hero. And that's actually a decent fleet now. 19,000 attack. Kind of similar to what you see from the Horatio fleet, right? That we were looking at earlier. Siege, siege, siege. Okay. All right. So those guys are staying there. Everybody's staying where they're staying. All right. So we're going to lock this fleet down. You see they have movement currently. We're going to proceed with the pillage at Sabel. Now it has been pillaged. And the movement at Sabel, those fleets are now at no movement. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and advance the turn, and then we'll just go ahead and right away and do the next things that we're doing here. So we'll do an invasion and a pillage at Zuyan, and we'll do an invasion and take ownership at Heracles. And then we'll continue harassing the Craver fleets, and we'll continue entwining over around Horatio. Excuse me. Let's see, score-wise, while we're waiting here, I'm up to 3961. Horatio's at 3358. Everybody else is 2,000 or less. Vladimir with the United Empire is down to 806. Score is definitely dropping. So he definitely has no chance against me at this point. I think I'm just going to go ahead and assimilate all of his systems into our collective group hug of happiness and tranquil, peaceful joy. Okay, Heracles is going to be ours. Let's see, what do we have? We entwined at Sathras. We entwined at Eta. We completed Mega Risk Containment. Cool. So off camera, I'll build these everywhere, or at least get them queued up everywhere where we have strategic resources. Let's see. We have built the following things in various places. A lot of thorns and microwave pipes. Some terraforming, some material upgrades, like research, not research, increased harvesting of resources. Cool. Population collection bonus for Horatio. We now have how many? Over 50. Ooh, so 5% of food production is added to influence on systems. Wow, that's going to be pretty cool. We have the same thing for Sheridan. You get a +5 for every five influence for every 100 defenders, and most of my systems have like the well defended ones have like 2,000, so that's like an extra 100 influence. So we're cranking out 8.6 thousand influence per turn net after upkeep of the law. So we can definitely afford running some expensive laws now. I'll have to look at that off camera and think that over. Populations grew. Looks like some of those systems are pretty close to maximum. I'll have to take a look at maybe moving some populations around a little bit if needed. Yeah, I got another Epistis. All right, let's see what we have going here. Let's see, 30% refill rate. Okay, so this exotic and eccentric has come to an end. What is this? Faction has been assimilated. The Bagaba have been assimilated by Kadim. Oh, okay, well that was a long time coming. It took him a long time to get around to finally doing that. Huh. Wow, I wonder what took him so long. Minor civilization remains, huh? Well, I think maybe I'm going to have to build a scout. That's an Overwatch ship. I meant to move those last turn. Oops. That's the danger of having armed scout type Overwatch ships. Is if you're guarding systems, you forget to move them sometimes. You don't get prompted. He's proposing a treaty. Uh-oh. He wishes for a truce, and he's willing to give me 290 red sang. Wow, that is a hard offer to refuse, isn't it? Well, I think I might accept it. Probably do it after I do a little bit more with the attacking. He's really getting tired of me doing this. You can tell. He's like, dude, seriously, you've got to stop. I'm just steadily working this guy over, man, taking his stuff. It's like, yeah, well, you guys are bad guys. All right, so I'm helping out the whole galaxy by thinning out your resources, man. Right? Okay, let's rock this over here. Yeah, let's go ahead and take Heracles. Invade. Yeah, we can take it. There's only 74 defenders. His defenders still do not have any air troops, so we're going to keep the same build out where infantry is extra good against air, which he doesn't have, so I'm not using any infantry. So he has only infantry and armor, so armor is good against infantry and air is good against armor, so I'm doing the whole min-max thing. We'll go ahead and attack. And I think we can do guerrilla. I think we'll take it no problem. I think we will. He'll probably draft, and that'll give him an extra, I guess, 175 troops usually. I think we'll take him no problem. And so falls the capital system, the home system, Heracles, of the United Empire. Decide its fate. Yeah, see, it's not worth pillaging because we just pillaged it. So we will now occupy his system. War momentum is at maximum. Still had some things get destroyed. That's going to happen, you know. Heracles has been captured. All right, let's check it out, man. Let's see what this thing looks like. Lots of good stuff here. I think the very first thing I want to build here is trade company subsidiary. That will be the first thing we'll build. So that's our current trade routes. Those are the subsidiaries. This will be another, and we have one here. And this is what our trade routes are currently yielding for us. So this is assuming the format of I'm going for using deciduous trees, transvine, excuse me, and gossamer and dust water for my system upgrades. We'll see what happens if in the future Horatio ends up, if we end up getting a bunch of these Horatio systems, then we may end up using resources like hydromiel and protospores, adding that to the mix. So that's a possibility. We could eventually get all the way out to Electra. That one's kind of an outlier, just like this one down here is an outlier on the dust water. There's some here. So I'll figure it out. We'll make a decision on that at some point in the future. If I do that, then I might change up where my trade company headquarters and subsidiaries are. So I'll have to like completely rethink that if I suddenly am able to just capture all of this, right? If I just take basically all of the Horatio space becomes mine suddenly, then I'll rethink like how I'm going to do my trade routes. Let's see, this guy, this lady, this gal, this high performance leader leveled up, so we'll go ahead and apply the point. Okay, Ita has been entwined. Let's go over to Ying. And entwine, and you should have it in one turn. And Sathras has been entwined. Alright, so let's go over to maybe Aquarius. I wonder if that's going to antagonize Horatio. Maybe I'll wait until maybe I'll do South Aquarius, the Horatio home system. Maybe I'll do that last over here. That might be a provocative move, right? So I'll wait. And I'm specifically, intentionally not researching this one yet, because that starts influence conversion. So everything that I have entwined would start being converted, which I think would quite possibly be a triggering move. So I'm gonna delay that until I have a lot of stuff entwined. Then I'm gonna pull the trigger on that one. And we'll see how it goes. Market prices have increased. take a peek. Okay, maybe they're going up soon. So if prices are about to go up, maybe the time to buy is now. If I'm going to, which I'm not really convinced that I'm going to. Oh, there's another hero. An expensive hero. So what I want to see is overseers, and I don't see overseers. What I'd really like to see is Horatio overseers. Yeah, there is a ecologist leader that is a Horatio that is also a governor or like an overseer. There's a Horatio overseer ecologist that I would rather have even more than this. And for pacifists, there's also like this is a pretty good pacifist, overseer Riftborn. This one's also pretty good, but what I'd really like is an overseer pacifist. That's just like better. This one's pretty good. This is pretty good, but I'm not fully 100% committed. Like I think there are options out there that are better. So. Consequently, I'm not going. Let's see. Let me inspect. So, like, if I was like all in on a leader as a senator, I would go ahead and get all the senator skills, like this one, and I think this is a senator skill, and this one's a senator skill. So I'm only going with one senator skill, and if you go with and like this one's higher level, but is not the senator. Only has one senator skill. I'm not doing this one, and I'm not doing this one either. So if you go with a one that you senator that you really want, a hero that you want to have as a senator, and you're fully committed to it, then go with all of the senator skills on that hero, and they will, even if they're lower level, they'll tend to become the senator much earlier, and they'll be your senator as long as that party is represented in the government. Okay, so let's just check to see what we have for options for fleet actions. Let's see, that's not attacking anything. That's not attacking anything. Oh, all these vine ships can start entwining. Right now it's 3 turns. So first blazing embers. Let's see those vine ships. More vine ships. Vine. See, are these all vines? Yep. Okay, let's put all of those together. Hey, it's 1 turn. I can probably move some of the ones. I'll do it off camera. I'll go through here. Some of the ones that have full movement left. I'll start taking them out one at a time. Like this, and then checking to see if it's still 1 turn, and I'll just keep doing that until I have freed up some vine ships that don't have to stay there, and I'll go ahead and get them moving up to Altair. Just like this. Yeah, we'll just grab those 2. That one and that one can both go up here. So they're just trucking right along. All right, and we'll do other stuff off camera. We'll do the population moves. We'll do the system development upgrade queue type stuff. Let's see what's left. This guy here. Yeah. And ooh, it's guarded. Interesting. Okay, so it will be good timing to do a truce. We'll accept the truce, and then the plan will be to break the truce really soon. we'll end up breaking the truce really soon. Looks like since he's guarding it, we're not going to be able to hunt his fleets that are coming to feed that, and so Cravers are going to win that colony race. So we're going to miss out on this food ship here, and yeah, we're going to miss out on some of this stuff, man. I'll get the truce over with as soon as possible. But it's too good to pass up. 290 red saying, what is that worth? Let's see, 290 times. It's not exactly 1-to-1 because it's 471 times 290. 136,000 dust. It's not really that much because the more you sell, the price drops, but it's still probably like somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000 dust. Like even if it was half of that, you know, and it was like 70,000 dust, that would still be worth it, man. That's a lot. So pretty hard to say no to that truce. And I think I'm done with all the ship movement. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll accept the truce. And it's going to be very short-lived. It's turn 110 right now. We'll probably be declaring war again on turn 111, maybe 112. It's going to be a very, very brief armistice. We'll say that. Okay, with that, I think that's the punctuation that ends this recording, man. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you guys in the next one.